Hey, good morning everybody. For those of you who do not know me, my name is Ryan. I am one of the trainers at FitCode, and today I'm going to be making a video on our new warm-up that Shelton has allowed me to do. I'm basically going to be taking a developmental approach to this warm-up, mastering movements all the way from a baby to an adult. So it's nice and joint friendly and will get us really ready for our workout when time comes. The first thing that I'm eliminating, which a lot of people are probably going to be upset about, is foam rolling for a couple of reasons. It's just not the best option for bringing blood flow to the muscle and joint, and it's more of a myofascial release technique, which breaks up a lot of trigger points and just nasty tissue buildup over time. So if you felt like you really enjoyed the foam rolling before the workout, make sure you get there a couple minutes earlier before we start our new warm-up now. And we're most likely going to be incorporating it into our cool down, which in my opinion is the best time for it. So getting right into it, we're going to start with a rolling pattern with a diaphragm breath in between those rolling patterns. So this is one of the first movements that babies master. We're going to get into a dead bug position, so 90-degree angle at the hip, 90-degree angle at the knee, dorsiflex in the feet. We're in this position right here. We're going to start with a deep diaphragm breath. So as you take that breath in through your nose, you're going to pull it down into your abdomen and expand that 360 degrees. Chamber, pull it in. Once you do this, you're going to lower right arm, right leg, and we're going to roll here and come right back and go right back into that dead bug. Diaphragm breath, bring it in. Now we're lowering left arm, left leg, rolling, and coming back. Now when you roll, you want to focus on rolling that hip and shoulder at the same time, so we're not getting any of that nasty movement in the spine with the wear and tear. You do not want to lead with the shoulder and then the hip, and vice versa. You do not want to lead with the hip and then the shoulder. Try mastering rolling together. Take that breath. Lower left arm, left leg, roll together, and come back here, okay? So that is going to be our first movement. Second exercise, we're gonna get into a position where we rock our hips back to our heels, get one elbow right in front of the knee, other hand behind the back. And now we're gonna open up into rotation here. It's gonna be a little movement. What this is great for is a lot of internal rotation in the shoulder. A lot of times we lack this internal rotation movement. It's a great mobilization for this movement in the shoulder. We're also getting some thoracic spine mobility as well. So you want to focus on driving this elbow down hard into the ground, this hand behind your back, and focus on leading with your belly button and not with your shoulder here. I don't want to see any shoulders flaring up trying to get motion this way. It's all through your belly button. You're trying to pretty much point your belly button out to the side, and that itself will work the shoulder by itself. When you hear the halfway, obviously switch to the other side, okay? Next movement we're gonna do is going into a quad position, all the way to a half kneel and go into a little runner stretch, leaning forward here, keeping upright with our torso there. Go back to that quad position, alternating sides, and we're just grooving this motion right here. I'll show you at the side too so you can see. So quad position, come up, torso is upright, drive through, get that hip flexor stretch here. So this is our quad warm up right here. When we hear the halfway on this one, we are now gonna open up into external rotation and alternate sides here, okay? So quad position, open up to that half kneel. This is what we're doing at the halfway marker. Fourth one, this is one we have done before. We are now going from the internal to external here. So we're back into this quad position, elbow down, hand behind your head, going elbow to elbow, opening up as far as you can into rotation. And this one is really good for a shoulder stretch too, plus more effective on that thoracic spine mobility so we can get that rotation going. Fifth one, we got a Spiderman. You guys know this one, we've done this before. I don't want to get rid of the really good stretches that we have been doing as well. Push-up position, get a foot outside your hand. If the right foot is outside your right hand then is going to open up into rotation. Have your eyes follow the movement. Bring it back down, alternating sides. Foot outside of your hand, open it up, and continue. With this one, you want to focus on driving those hips down to get the best stretch here. So once you get your foot out, drive the hips down. If that left leg's in back, squeeze that left glute. It's going to rock the hips back, getting more of a hip flexor stretch here. So right leg in front, left glute squeeze, drive the hips down, and then open up to get that good stretch here, okay? Sixth station, we have a get up, get down. So this is a critical movement to maintain throughout life. All we're doing here, we're now going to stand up, take a big lunge forward, drop to a half kneel, go into a tall kneeling position, hinge back, go into a push-up position. Easier version is do that push-up position from the knees. Harder version, push-up position from the feet. Drive back down to the knees, hinge back, half kneel, stand up. Now other leg will go back, half kneel, tall kneel, hinge, crawling position. Whatever push-up you want to do here, back to the knees, hinge back, and get back up. So we're just getting up and down, adding a push-up in for our sixth exercise. Seventh station, we're doing a little balance. So before, in some of my classes, I would have everybody hold the single leg balance stance. We're gonna do something a little bit more advanced here and do a reactive march. So we're gonna take 3 marches and then hold that single leg stance just for a couple of seconds. We're gonna go 1, 2, 3, hold for 2 or 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, hold for 2 or 3 seconds. 1, 2, 3, and hold here, okay? So before we were holding this for the whole time, usually once you get set, you can hold it forever. So by doing that reactive march, it's just those first couple of seconds that are very difficult, and that's how we're gonna really get better balance with that one here. 8th exercise, we have body weight squats until the halfway. Once we hear that halfway, we're going to our lateral lunges, feet wide, toes out. Remember, when we do our lateral lunges, only one knee is bent, the other one is staying straight, so we're getting a nice adductor stretch at the same time. 9th station, we're going into our lunge. Rotate towards your front leg. This is nothing new. Alternating leg to leg here, okay? Make sure we're staying nice and upright with our chest. So whatever leg is in front, that's the way you're rotating. You also want to focus on the glute squeeze as well. So when you lunge and drop, if my left leg's in back, I want to squeeze my left glute as hard as I can when I rotate because it locks my lumbar spine from rotating. We want to move through our thoracic spine right up here, and we never want to rotate through this lumbar spine. So by locking that glute down, it's not going to allow my low back to twist and just my mid back to twist where we should be moving, okay? Last station, guys, we have Frankenstein walks. So with this one, all we're doing is just getting that leg kick up nice and high, nice hamstring mobilization right here. One thing I want you to focus on with this is staying nice and upright with our upper body. I don't want you doing any of this garbage. We're bending our low back, movement that we do not want. We're nice and upright, getting those legs up as high as we can as you walk to get that good hamstring mobilization. Once we hear the halfway here, we're either gonna go to our high knees to finish it off or our jumping jack to get ready for our workout, okay? So practice this up, guys. We will be starting this very soon. See you in the gym.